relevant to customer retention because you want to know how to do more business with your customers, right? Go to their suppliers and ask them why the customer that you're trying to do business with does business with them and how they do business with them. It'll strengthen your approach to your customer retention. Offer your customer recommendations. Correct the mistakes quicker than anybody else and react at once on any calls for help and be proactive. It's in your eyes. Everybody do this to yourself. It's in your eyes. IASM, I have sold myself. I recognize I need to be truly sold on my product and my service and my brand and my company before I can ever talk to my customers about anything. Can my customers and my associates see in my eyes I'm truly engaged to what I do? And to be engaged, I have to take what, Tim? Ownership. All right. So here we go. We're almost done. I hope you're not asleep yet. To do something is easy to pin down. To be is more intangible. So what is it that individuals do to be generally interested in others? What is it that individuals do to be truly sold on their own products and services? And what is it that individuals do to be truly engaged in an enterprise? So, let's ask the first question. What is it that individuals do to be generally interested in others? What do you have to do?
You have good listening skills, you have to be able to ask a question.
What else?
Show them how you can help them.
Okay, but to do that, what do you have to do? You got to be interested. You can't create interest unless you're interested. What is it that individuals do to be truly sold? You got to be what yourself?
Enthusiastic.
What else?
To be honest.
Care about it.
Passionate.
Whoops, what'd I do? Okay.
You have to sell yourself.
Yes. Okay. What is it that individuals do to be truly engaged with an enterprise? You have to be engaged, don't you? You have to be interested, you got to be sold, you got to be engaged. And if you are, you will be ultimately more powerful. So let's do, what do we do? We're almost done, I promise. Grow your business by maintaining a focus on customer retention. Can anybody, and raise your hand, can anybody tell me what timely communication and responsiveness knowledge of your customer mean? What does timely communication and responsiveness mean? Raise your hand if you know it.
Return phone calls.
Okay? But what does it mean?
You care. Take care of them. Yeah.
File one. Somebody tell me what it means. Somebody tell me the importance of agreement on clear billing practices. How can that negatively affect your business? Go ahead.
Like I said, people are, you got negative, they're gonna really spread the word about how negative, you didn't really respond to my answer or my question, and what's
True.
the business of you, so they're gonna
But tell me about billing practices. Who can tell me about billing practices?
No surprise.
Well, you should just be upfront of what you're going to charge. I mean, there shouldn't be so many add-ons later on. Let's be clear in the beginning.
Very
And you
good.
should pretty much know what your price is going to be.
Pass this bottle over to that lady.
Thank you.
Right?
Fatima.
Huh?
Fatima.
Fatima. So now, guys, you're engaged and you're winning the loyalty and retention of your customer, right? Hopefully. You got to be creative. It wasn't raining when Noah built the ark, folks. Be creative. Get ahead of the game. Because at the end of the day, you make the difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's the first thing people should do when they get back out of here today to keep their customers?
They should look at their buying history. They should see if they're consistent in their buying. And if they're not, they gotta call them and find out why. They should also call their customers within the next day or two, thank them for the business that they've had, whether it's 6 months ago, a year ago, or 5 minutes ago. Thank them for their business. Ask them what's going on in their business, what's happening in their business. If you know something about their business, and you should by now, and if you don't, you better Google them and find out about their business. And talk to them, just have a business conversation with them, and come up with some ideas to help them. Ask them for some referrals. The whole idea is to stay in touch with your customer base. That's who's putting the bread on your table. And I promise you, and Tim and Tracy have heard this in my seminars and in my training before, somebody else is out there looking to take the bread off your table. Be mercenary. Think about your business. You may have to spend a little money. If you need training, get training. If you don't have a little advisory board, get one. Tell your customers you'd like to get them on a board. Talk to them. If you don't know how to create a board, talk to Ken Suskin. At the end of the day, it's you or them. It's you or them. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to win? You or them? Yeah. Yeah. But what do customers want to know? What's in it for them? And I promise you, it's not about price. It really isn't about price. If all you're doing is selling price, you've got a problem. You shouldn't even be in business. It's all about the value that they deliver. And who defines value? Somebody raise their hand.
Customer.
Yes. It's all about the customer. There's whole seminars on that. How many of you have a pipeline? How many of you know what a pipeline is? How many of you don't know what a pipeline is? They're your prospects, right? But your customers are also your prospects.
Because they can lead to more.
Yes, they can lead to more. So you got to be working and managing your pipeline day in and day out. You're with Riverside Foundation,
Yes,
right?
I am, and that's
You look
my
for
key.
money and you look for support, right?
I have
You
to lean on my current customers to give me more customers.
Absolutely you do. Absolutely you do. That's your pipeline.
That's my word
And you're
of mouth.
constantly managing your pipeline. That's your model. That's exactly right. Any other questions?
Norm, how does your approach differ for a company that's a service company or a consulting company versus a company that sells a hard and fast product?
There is no
Whatever.
difference. The basic principles of client retention, generating referrals, and driving deeper within an organization are all the same. And don't let anybody tell you anything different, because they're not telling you the truth. Now, when I interview a company to do training, if somebody says, hey Norm, be interested in finding out more, we need some help in training. Maybe it's new business generation, or maybe it's client retention, or maybe it's pipeline management, maybe it's a number of different things. It's the same as if I was going to a company to sell software solutions, hardware solutions, selling designer fashions to retail stores, if I was a rag guy on the road, whatever it may be. It's cheese to grocery stores. It's all, because Pat used to be with Kraft, it's all the same. I want to sit down and I want to interview sales management. I want to interview, if I'm selling accounting principles, I want to talk to the CFO. I want to talk to, then I want to talk to some of the line people or the front line people as well. If I'm training salespeople, I want to talk to the salespeople as well as the sales managers. And I want to find out what their issues are. Then I'm going to talk to some of their suppliers. And then I'm going to talk to a couple of their customers. And then I'll make a decision if I want to do business with them. But I want to get what their needs are, what their true needs are. Because there's different kinds of needs. This is a whole other seminar. But you need to know this for your client retention as well. Customers have different kinds of needs. They have an implied need. If I know